we still are dizzy and have to try to charge the phone. Dizzy when I get dizzy when I if I move. Basically, just to let you know that too. Now, from what I understand, when Donald Trump came and announced that he would make a speech in 2 hours, I heard that he was he had to come on TV anyway because he thought I would be dead in 2 hours and he could lie on me and my beloved Commission chapter feet and our beloved rural Rothschild's family, our beloved family members, the Kinsey people. Now, I remember our beloved relatives, Queen Elizabeth. We got Eddie Murphy, which I said he was part Rwandan and part Egyptian. Remember on Saturday Night Live, he made that character Velvet Jones. Okay, doesn't Baghdadi sound like Velvet Jones? Okay, so you know this film you saw? Okay, that Donald Trump came to Iraq bothering us. Okay, but that's it. And you see the one where the man is on the day. Okay, there's no terrorist people. A terrorist, and they had planned to try to Donald Trump and others had planned to try to hurt us, kill us with that name Baghdadi. And the man said be a whole lot. It could be that Donald Trump was Baghdadi. That's why he probably said he was there, but that's not it because Donald Trump was the person called Baghdadi. He took out somebody obviously from the jail or somebody off the street, somebody that really wasn't from there, and tried to like the figurehead Bin Laden. We never saw that one because I said so. That film that you saw of the younger version of Baghdadi, a face of actually Donald Trump, was standing on the stairs. That was when Shabby and I were really little kids still, before we were kidnapped. And Donald Trump gave death threats, talked about he would be Baghdadi, he would kill us all. Basically said just from letting that too and take over our things. Basically said because that was at a time when we could be in Baghdad and obviously Saddam Hussein was still alive, and he has the right to follow our laws and get rid of homos and whores. We don't want those. What those whores do? Okay, so Donald Trump was really Baghdadi. So I'm still sick from the poison that they gave to me because I understand that that they had given me a poison and hoping that I would be dead in 2 hours and can come and tell a lie and say that I was Baghdadi. I'm not Baghdadi. My beloved sister, he's not Baghdadi. Baghdadi is Donald Trump. We don't like Donald Trump, and everybody knew that Donald Trump was a Nazi. We put Donald Trump in prison because he tried to kill us after that. But said he tore my ovary and cut my penis with the tube with his sons and his wives. They said because Donald Trump was a pimp. Because we know that he was a pimp. But said and he got his money from suing people. So we just went to that too. Now the poison feels like kind of like cyan a little bit. From what I understand is that they were trying to give me something that would try to give me a what is it a stroke or kill me off. But the cyanide feels really really wrong. It makes you dizzy, you faint. Because I said they gave me a cyanide poisoning when I was in Switzerland, and the people were caught. Give it to me in a restaurant. People that were involved in Pastor Charles and the kidnapping and everything. We told you that she was a kidnapping, abduction of me. I'm our Migros restaurant, and the fake Ethiopians were trying to help them poison too. And when the woman poisoned that little tiny coffee creamer, she had drank and her eyes were all swollen and puffy, and the people said she did it. They said, now I remember the woman, and they arrested them by trying to give them made them think they were getting new jobs, but they actually, I said, can't they see us the police? They were arrested because bad Americans are trying to send their nigger soldiers that were criminals to try to come and stab me in the restaurant. But they couldn't do it, so they used that coffee creamer. And they played the game, before. The coffee creamer's not there, no it's there. And even McDonald's, the cooks in the McDonald's that were trying to steal McDonald's got involved. No, the sugar's not there, the coffee creamer's not there. And then that one day, I was afraid to drink the coffee. And then when I tore open the coffee creamer and the little coffee creamer, and I turned it up, and I was sick right away. So that's how come it was a coffee creamer. They played the game here too. Right in here. Oh, the breakfast is at 6 o'clock. No, it's at 7. No, it's at 7:30. Then they poisoned whatever it was they gave to me. I suspect it was a big beefsteak, cooked tomatoes, the second batch, tea, because I always get poison tea and think it's poison because Imposter Charles makes up a batch. He can make up a batch of tea. And also our beloved Royal Rothschild's dad was King of Switzerland. He was poisoned with poison tea. So I was trying to give us something to drink. He was held at gunpoint to drink it. Okay, so we just the tons of bank heist robbers. We just let you know that too. Remember we told you that? So it had to be the poison tea or the poison coffee or the second batch of tomatoes. Because I was the one who tried to help make the menu here. I like potatoes and tomatoes, and they've been making sure they make a whole bunch of it. And the woman that killed her mother, burned her up, tells the people, we're poisoning her and she doesn't know it, stuff like that. And we know that she was trying to poison. Don't think they're going to try to poison us. They're the home invasion people. We own this hotel. They actually come in here and try to take it over, and they try to make it even larger than that. Basically, so try to take over our things. So just let you know that too. They're really criminal, bad USA people. So that's what we remember about Baghdadi and how Donald Trump came to Iraq, where they see that man standing. That was way a long time ago. Now, first they said the man was born in 1932 when they came on TV. Then they came back and said he was born in 1971. No, because I don't know when Donald Trump was born, but I know every time we lived, he came after us. Donald Trump is Baghdadi, Fag Daddy. You know, when you call it that, pimps are dirty. So you can say whatever you want to say to me about me or my beloved kids' feet or Rochester family members, kids' people. But Donald Trump is a criminal, and the woman downstairs with the charger, she's a criminal too. Okay, and the man behind the counter, they had planned. They're American. They had planned to go. The people that are trying to attack us in here had planned to go back to America and say they were heroes for their country by killing us and telling a lie. People, I eat no cholesterol, none. I eat no meat or any kind of meat whatsoever, no eggs either. So just let that too. How would they do that? They know that they told a lie. And all of a sudden, he just comes on TV and tells that. You know, so Baghdadi was a character, just like Bin Laden, basically. So, and there's no lesser terrorist. So that's what we remember. That film you see, the man saying on the younger man, that's old, and he was going to try to help hurt us with Donald Trump. Basically, just like that too. And everybody was really floored, and everybody knew that Donald Trump was Baghdadi, and he threatened to kill us all. And then during the kidnap abduction, he threatened again. He thought he could finish me and my left people's feet and our beloved Rural Rothschild's family off and our beloved Rural family members. He had been put in prison already for trying to kill my husband and me. He wanted to make peace. But you know that he was never getting away with that. Because I said, and how he shook us to his penthouse, and then he cut off the elevator and had two big Glad trash bags, almost as big as, you know, the lawn bags. He couldn't figure out how to get us out of the door after he killed us because he knew that we had guards that would see him. He wanted to talk about peace. Don't talk to that man. That's what I said. And so I make a long story. And we never saw him young. We saw him about how he looks like that. We're sure they're like lookalikes. So to make a long story short, we had to go to the hospital, and then he was taken to jail. And when he was brought to, there was a trial, he was brought in a stretch. Shabby and I weren't even like 7 yet, barely 7. But I said when the man did that to us. So that's it. But we had our guards, and our guards helped us. So you see, my dog-eared Deuteronomy 6, because that's how much we believe in God, and we don't do bad things. I have never killed anybody, and I never will. God spoke that. But I said, God said, I always pray to God and ask God to do things to people that are wicked, like they get caught. So basically said, so the people downstairs are down. There's a man that speaks through the wall. Basically said, we know they'd have to do it by the computer. When I move, they start speaking. They have to be able to see and hear some kind of way. And they changed that TV because they had to give me a new remote, but they did something to the TV. It's backwards, like, you know, the stations are backwards. So we just let that too, and they probably can see even better. But the man is a criminal, that's the bubble eyes. He's the woman in the office's mate. Because you're let you that too. And you know, when you got the email, I showed part of the email to the public, but I took part of the email out. The woman in the office that had the charger, she's criminal. Because I said, like all the rest of the people in here. The home invasion movie we saw, it was workers that came inside the man's stuff and tried to take over his home. It's usually like that anyway, isn't it now? Okay, so we're not criminal, but they wanted me to tell you what I remembered about Donald Trump, you know, and about, because he was trying to kill before we could tell what he had done. That's a long time ago. That man wasn't born in the 70s. If he looked like that in the late 60s, when was that man born in the 70s? And everybody knows, they said on the news that he was born in 32, and then they turned around and said he was born in 71. And Donald Trump, what is his birth date? So I said Donald Trump threatened to try to kill us with the character Baghdadi. So just like that too. During our introduction, we especially remember that. He thought that we would be dead, but we were not dead. We were little kids when he kidnapped and tried to kill us, because I guess he wanted to pay us back for going to jail for what he had done to us, and then they could try to cover up the fact that he had gone to jail for trying to mutilate my beloved genitals and my genitals, and then try to kill us. That's all I want to say to you, because we're the good people. You know, we don't do anything to people, because we know that God said you're not supposed to covet. You're not supposed to covet your neighbor's ass, wife, please, that your neighbor has. You're not supposed to murder people because you want things, and you're not supposed to steal and all those other things. But we follow our Mosaic law. So we just wanted to tell you that. So it's obviously a bad USA people talking to the wall. We'll have to poison something else. I heard them say this morning to the wall. They get really smart and nasty and dirty. I mean, we know that they killed our family members. because they're trying to covet our things and take our things. Now, we just want to let you know that again, too. Also, the bank robbery showed you there's sound system on those cameras, and they heard the voices of the people. See how one motions, and he shot the guard. Okay, so they're wanted for that, too. Their voices were on the sound system when they were talking. The camera has a sound system. So we just want to let you know that, too. Now, we'll talk to you as soon as we can. Try to be careful, safe, and alert. And I'm not so dizzy, but I'm still dizzy, basically said. And when I was trying to charge the phone, I finally just tried to plug it in. It was only 6, and in 5 minutes, it was 39. So we know that they're doing something false in here. The criminal affairs, which is it. All those criminals behind the desk, they're bank robbers and murderers and liars, and they're Donald Trump. They're Baghdadi. We just want to that, too. We'll talk to you as soon as we can. Try to be careful, safe, and on alert. It's going to be Shabbat soon. It's not about me leaving. I have to go to another place on Friday. They're trying to kill us and trying to take our things and trying to tell that lie that we were the criminals, and they're not. They're the criminals. They killed Abdo Melik of King Abdullah and Abdo and Doda Ima Khomeini, and they're responsible for the death of Abdo King Hussein. And they tried to kill my husband and me. We're another king and queen. We're in line section of this kingdom, and we have our whole entire kingdom. We're king and queen of our blood royal family members of the royal families of our kingdom. They were trying to kill us, trying to take our things, and go back to the nigger country, America, and say they were heroes and try to take our things and rule the world with the Nazis. That's what they're trying to do. But we want our people to come out. Our people can come out. We know that people will be able to make it. You need to move your feet as best as you can. This is it. So, they're going to get Magog. They're a Sodomite nation. A Sodomite nation gets the same as Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah is underneath the Dead Sea, but only it's another location over there. They're going to be asteroided because we don't do bad things, and God fights for us. By the way, I feel sweaty and dizzy. My hands are cold, and my face feels warm. We know they did something to us. This is a tradition. We know they did something to our food. So just let you know that too. And they tried to blame it on the guests that came. So let people in here. Yeah, but they were with the terrible military guests, the dyke whores and the homo men that were harassing and all the dirty men. And only the guests here know what I eat. No, the people here would have known what I ate, the cooks and everything, before the guests it saw. Okay, so just want to let that too. And they lie on my books beat, and our Rochester family, kids, people, city people, and they try to tell lies. That nigger, dirty, bubble-eyed man told a big fat lie on my family, and he said that he's not a Rothschild, and neither is a woman in the office. None of them are. They're home invasion people that tried to kill us. I saw something on news, there was a tank going by, and they know that they tried to kill us. The tank goes by, and there's a hotel sign. They tried to kill us and take our things. They're Baghdadi, they're American government. They're trying to kill us, to take our things, and tell lies about it. And I'm asking you, Abadot, Rejab Erdogan, please don't go talk to that dirty man. He's a dirty man. He's a criminal. We just want our to come out. But I said, we'll be all right over here. We know that God's gonna make us happy over here, and we're gonna have our kingdom, and the whole everybody will be at peace. Our whole entire kingdom, and it won't be because we're dead and gone, like the bad people wanted to happen to us. We're the good people, and God will fight for us in heaven above by keeping the bad people away from us, and we won't even have to do anything except ask our God to help. We went to try to make the people that were real happy and safe, and that's what our dads and people went to do. Because it said not to try to take over things. So we have every part of our kingdom is like a big is like a room or apartment of our very large kingdom, and everybody has their own things, and none of us go and covet other people's things, and we all get along. Every last one of us. But the king queen of Saudi Arabia, the king queen of Israel, the king of Russia, the Tsar and Empress of Russia, the Maharaja of India, and we're the king and queen of Persia. But it's said, we were the king and queen of Israel, the king and queen of Tsar and Empress of Russia, the Sultan of Turkey, the Maharaja and Maharaja of India, the king and queen of Saudi Arabia, king and queen of Yemen. We all get along, and every other part of our kingdom, we're the king and queen of. We inherited the throne of England and visited, and all these other things that we have is a beautiful kingdom. It's an ark, and we last forever. And I'm destroying them to other people. You got to know the crooks know it's real, because God thundered and thunderings when we were in Switzerland. That everybody knows we're real, and we're good people. We're not criminal. They have this false belief that if they make us sin, then somebody else dies for them. That's why they tell lies like that. Try to get somebody else to die for them. Remember the human sacrifice. anything that they can try to kill. It's really wrong, especially the nicer it is, the more they think they got. If they can kill a good person, those are wicked people trying to hurt us all. Basically, we're just like that too. You can see what they've done. You know, the reporters are saying, asking Donald Trump, well, how were you there? How did you see? Blah, blah, blah. You know, something you're saying is wrong. So we just too. And they told him, I heard a reporter say that he had lost, Donald Trump had lost. Told him told him, you know, I heard it on the news. So but that's it. So when they were asking questions, so it's really criminal what they did. They're really criminal. It's a terrible nation that came up against our holy people and tried to take our things. We're the good people, and we're going to live for eternity. And I also understand that they poisoned me and tried to poison us because they know we live for eternity. That too. I don't know, something real bad they tried to do with that poison, the poison that it was. Okay, so now I'm trying to be careful, safe, and alert, and we'll talk to you as soon as we can, but we're the good people. We're not the criminals. The criminals commit a crime and then try to blame it on somebody else. So, we're really little kids when that film was made. Very small. And it was like in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s. The man was around. But the man talked about it would be all kinds of, anybody could be that. But Donald Trump was Baghdadi. And Donald Trump threatened us. Threatened us right there. He threatened us, threatened to kill us right there. He was with that man. He wanted to kill us. We just want to let you know that too. I'll talk to you as soon as we can. And then when he came to Switzerland, where we were kidnapped, he was supposed to be in jail. He came into that facility where obviously Donald Trump raped his mother. He's with the people that raped his mother and tried to kill my husband's father. They're trying to rescue my beloved Beat and I. And then he tried to kill us too. He tried to kill all four of us there. Donald Trump came and got real smart. We were all on one bed, like basically said, all of us, and he was getting smart in what he was going to try to do to us. Donald Trump is Baghdadi. Okay, now we talk to you since we can. Try to be some figurehead that they made, and try to tell lies about. And we just want to let you know that too. It's awful, isn't it? So we'll talk to you as soon as we can. And during our kingdom abduction, we saw Donald Trump give those threats again. We wouldn't be alive to tell it. But we're alive because God controls. We're alive. We're alive and we don't lie. And God controls life and death. And God will destroy all liars and all criminals that do bad things in God's realm because God is over us. Our God gives a very large kingdom for us forever and ever. And other people and we live for people. And we're only worshiping our beloved God alone, heaven above, who gives us breath and life and causes us to live for eternity. We don't do bad things. We do George Bush. So it's like they try to pick their best criminal to be their president. We know that Jesus thing is like their best criminal. It's not our God. Our God is God. That helps to show you thunderings and gives you rain and all those things. So the crops grow and all beautiful things. And breath in your body that you can breathe. Because only God controls life and death. Our God. So now we'll talk to you as soon as we can. It's not that other thing that everybody that comes and fights against us thinks they can be. They could never be our God. Those people. Our God, you can't see. Our God makes his presence known. Our God makes that thunder and all those other things, and lightning and the rain and all those things. Our God controls life and death. Our God is God alone. There's in heaven above, Shemayim. So we'll talk to you since we can. Try to be careful, safe, and alert. It'll be Shabbat soon when it comes. So Shabbat Shalom when it comes, and Shavua Tov. Again, we'll talk to you since we can. La Shana Tova and Hag Zameach.